Well, currently the job market is under the toilet, especially as a student who's about to graduate. So when I got a notification on my Instagram of a user saying they will pay me $400 to use my Instagram pictures for an art project, I could not resist. It seemed like it was free money, but obviously it wasn't. And we're going to investigate further as to what it is. Let's rewind the clock. So Haley on Instagram messages me and says, "Hey, I'm sorry for the random approach. I got a question to ask you." When I saw this, I was like, "Yeah, what's up? Sorry for the random message. I'm working on an art mural and wanted to ask if you'd be open to letting me use one of your photos. You'd get full credit and payment. I don't have any of your pics, just checking first." When I first saw that, I was like, "Oh, they want permission, so I don't really mind because I'm honestly the perfect victim. I study art in college." So I was like, "Hell yeah, go for it." And I proceeded to ask them, "Which one are you using?" She sends one of my Instagram pictures and says, "This picture works for me. The theme of this project is paint for art's sake, applied by one of my clients as contract. Here are some samples of my work." She proceeded to send me a couple pictures, and this is where I made my first move, as the first thing that I immediately did is reverse search those images, and by surprise, I didn't know this artist was so famous on Pinterest to the point where many accounts reposted that picture. But obviously I have to maintain the act. So I say, these are some good work. Yeah, go for it. But the biggest problem is, I thought this was an art mural. I thought I was gonna get my face painted in a mural, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. But turns out it's not the case, so oil paint. As she says, for the painting, I would be doing an oil on canvas 50 by 50 portrait painting using your face as my inspired muse for reference. So I guess there's no art mural. Too bad. Yeah, go for it, man. I'm waiting with the muscle emoji. My client will be compensating you with $400 for your picture for the project art piece. And my client intends to make payment as soon as possible for the project art piece. So your piece can be completed in 5 to 7 business days. And I can also send you a copy of it when it's done. So I'm getting a copy of the oil paint. Is she gonna paint it a second time? What's going on? But $400, that seems to be the bargain, right? As I answer, "Oh my God, $400. Yes, send me the copy when it's done. Thank you so much." And she then answers as to why she's even paying me $400, because that's a good bargain. You're paying me, you're gonna send me a copy plus $400. That is too good to be true. She says, "Yeah, the reason why you're getting paid is that the payment will serve as a reference that you were paid in case of a future purpose if you end up filing a lawsuit for using your picture without your permission or proof of payment or credit." Well, to be fair, I honestly don't even know who you are to even file a lawsuit. But she says again, "My client will be paying you through check, and it will be written in your name and sent to you. Since we're in collaboration, no bank info required." Okay, thank God I don't have to give you my checking or routing number. "What's your email the check will be sent to?" So me, as I'm seeing this person sent this in a span of 30 seconds. As you could see, this was sent at this particular time. So I go and answer, "Damn, dude, you type so fast. I see you though. You're doing it to use the pic without no lawsuit." But in my mind, I'm like, are you sure you don't have a script that you're just copy and pasting to every user you're interacting with? But I share her my email, lolbit01234@gmail.com. For the FNAF fans, if you know, you know. But she answers, "Haha, I guess my fingers like to race. Lol." What type of ChatGPT answer is this? But this is where the scam was made so obvious. As she says, "The check is for $1,000. While your cut from that would be $400. I will use the remaining to get the painting materials and take the remaining profit off my service. Hopefully that should be enough. Thought it might seem on the low side. All good?" Well, instead of you giving me a $1,000 check, why don't you just give me $400? But I answer, I'm currently out, because I was obviously doing something, but I was trying to maintain the exchange between me and this person. So I say, yes, currently I'm out, but that is such a good deal. I will contact you back soon. And she answers, okay, dope. My client will be needing your full name that is going to be on the check. And what financial institution do you bank with because of the proper endorsement? And what color would you prefer the frame to be? So after coming back home, I just give her a fake one that I'm not using. Bank of America, the most common one. And for my name, I replace it to something a little bit silly. I said Med, which is the first 3 letters of my name, Eze, which is a common Nigerian West African name, and Rect, which I made up. But if you read the full thing, it reads Med is erect. Unfortunately, this is where the person stopped replying, as almost every other day I would just send the hello message, unsend it, and keep on sending it back every day. Still no answer. Very sad. I'm not getting my $400. But let me break down the scam for you guys. This scam comes from the check itself. Usually, what they do is promise to send you a check. Once you receive a check under the name that you put in, which it would have been funny if they sent me a check saying Medizirect. But once you endorse that check, obviously it is fake. As soon as you add it to your bank account, you're gonna get the rewards credited temporarily for 1 or 2 days until your bank account checks it and removes it. So as soon as you add the check, you're gonna see $1,000 in your bank account thinking it's real money. But this is where the scam comes. As soon as you show that the money is in your bank account, they will pressure you into sending them a portion of it, which is $600 in this case. And you thinking that you just got $1,000 and trying to be fair, you send them the remaining money. You send them $600, then the bank account removes that $1,000. So now you're down by $600.
You basically gave them $600 for free using your own money.
And if you don't have that money, your account will be in the negatives. So that is the scam.
But I also want to go deeper in their accounts.
As I check their account, their name says Haley, username being Mozo's Cat, however you pronounce it. But one thing that these scammers fail to do is hide the place they're from, as when I go in the account, this account was made in 2018. But as you try to follow this account in a different, newer account, Instagram not only warns you that it is a scam, but it shows the location of this person being in